taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind?
Definitely, man. But so yeah, let's we can start off with we'll start off with this Jay Prince. You know what I mean? I see you blazed out a video, last night, talking about this, and that's the the rapper YBN Almighty. We know he was pretty much robbed and beaten, in New York last week. Well, we didn't know, and I didn't know that he had affiliation to Jay Prince. Well, Jay Prince, went online yesterday and he put this out, and a lot of people are questioning this. He says, mob ties call to my real street niggas around the world, but especially on the East Coast in the Bronx. There's a clown by the name of Zay and his crew who want to become famous by bragging about robbing industry niggas. They recently bragged about robbing the artist YBN Almighty Jay, who I'm invested in. They robbed him of his money and jewelry, including a Rap-A-Lot piece. So therefore, they robbed a piece of me. This is a perfect opportunity to execute our unity, where we don't want to allow any moment thinkers to muddy the water over the movement. With that being said, to the homies in the Bronx, if any of these clowns are family or friends now, so we can get an understanding to ignore, this is a recipe for disaster. Other than that, these clowns versus the realest niggas in every hood around the world, and the meaning of mob ties. Now this, after you put this out, this pretty much sparked a lot of people to pretty much come out and call him a rat, call him a snitch. He shouldn't be, pretty much putting people's names, out there for people to take action. Sandman, what are your thoughts on this? Jay Prince leaving this, comment out for the world to see yesterday.
It was fresh off the podcast. We're just getting home, get the videos. We're about to start chopping up like we usually do on a Monday evening. Right. And I jump on IG real quick and I see this. It was 15 minutes out. I'm like, oh, shit. Right. And it was surprising coming from a Jay Prince, Houston OG. We all know and respect Jay Prince and his resume and just who he is as a man and how he walks and talks around here. We all know his repertoire. Very surprising this wasn't in it. For him to jump on social media of all places and address a kid, by name, albeit somebody that was out there doing some dumb, wild shit. And yeah, he took a chain that may have belonged to you, and you know how you handle situations typically like that. Jumping on the internet isn't usually one of them. So when I dropped the video, it was surprising to me, but I just wanted to drop the context of what happened as opposed to giving my commentary, because I couldn't wait to get here and really break it down and bust it up. But it was real odd to me how he did that over social media. And it's just a mixed response on viral in regards to people calling him a rat and people in support. A lot of people are in support of Jay Prince. That could just be because they're fans and they're not really digging into it, but very odd move. I also saw on Instagram, oh God, I want to bring this up to you, see what you think about this. Peter Gunz, he had this to say because he was very upset. Jay Prince, I wonder how you'd feel if I tagged your son in a post like that. My number is in your DM. What you think about that? Yeah,
and that's been the main criticism from other people, not just him. I've been seeing, they've been saying like, damn, just, hit me up, because now you're putting it out there, and not only are you violating code, but you're tagging other people in that, and you're bringing them, in that, and make it seem like they down with that. And that's not the way to do it. Hit people. And we were talking about what's wrong with calling somebody or inboxing them and saying, look, man, let's get this resolved behind the scenes. We'll keep it quiet out of the media. Once you go into the media and you start giving out names, then you open up the door for people, to call you all types of stuff, you know what I mean? And justified, I think. I mean, anybody who, is talking about, like that real street stuff, know that this is like one of the no. Real talk.
Oh, God. Well, let me paint a scenario for you, man, and answer my question, if you don't mind. Could this be a situation where Jay Prince was like, all right, this is the day and age. This is how people communicate. This is how, even though I may run by a different code, this is how I know it's going to be directly getting in contact with the people who need to get in contact with in order for this to be resolved. Could you find that being a situation? Because it's very uncharacteristic and weird that he went this route. So
he pretty much is giving them up to the police. I mean, any way you look at it, when you look at the police, you know that they're online, they're looking, they're scouring. It was just a rapper in New York, Brooklyn, who got arrested for his Instagram. I forget his name right off the top, but I'll grab it by the end of the program. So when you say, oh, go get Sandman from Viral Hip Hop News, he robbed, so-and-so for their chain. Now it's like, okay, you alert the police as well. You know what I mean? So I just don't think there's any passes You know, when it comes to that, that's their code. Now, if you're talking about a cat, you know, who's civilian cat, not a street cat and whatnot, obviously there's different rules. But according to the rules, he would have violated, in my opinion, by you know, doing that. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't want to, you know, I respect and I love what Jay Prince, you know, he's doing with his properties and his businesses. He's doing a lot down in Houston. So I'm not like saying that I'm done with him or nothing like that, but I'm just saying it was just a bad move by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I don't really
doing it in public.
I can't believe it. Like it was weird for that to go down the way it did. I'm sure he has loyalty to YBN Almighty Jay, but to the degree where you go that route was very odd to me. Like you said, man, you put the nail in the coffin, man.
I mean, maybe, you know, maybe he was emotional, obviously, because it's like, because I didn't even know that, you know, at first that it was a Rap-A-Lot piece. So now he's feeling like, damn, this shouldn't be happening to anybody attached to me because I'm Jay Prince, I'm powerful. But this is New York. New York is a little bit different, you know what I mean? I saw some people writing in the comment section, and we know this, like anywhere you go, you can get it. But he was like, y'all keep thinking New York is the sweetest, you know what I mean, city. You see what's happening. You know, we understand, you know, what New York is and whatnot, but you know, it's a situation which is very, very surprising to me to see somebody of his caliber, you know, come out and do this in the public. Now, behind the scenes, you do what you got to do, and nobody knows about it. It is what it is. But in the public, to put guys' names, you know, out there for law enforcement, you know, to go ahead and grab them.
I could easily see the situation being resolved privately. And that chain getting put back privately. Any one of them people that he added, he could have hit privately. So very surprising, man. That's all I got to say about it. We'll see what happens. Right
now, as far as the chain, they are talking about people buying it back anyway behind the scenes now. So it definitely could have happened behind the scenes, man. Definitely.
He had his ex-woman trying to buy it back. How sad is that?
Man.
Damn.
Man. Gotta be safe out here in these streets, man. No matter what, people want to go shopping now and they getting it.
Young kids out here flexing too hard, man. You got to have the right people around you, especially if you're gonna have money around you, because everybody trying to have a come up. And if you're gonna put your life out there on social media, like you guys tend to do, be ready for somebody to try to have that come up. Be prepared. Ain't nothing wrong with having security if you're gonna put your life out there. Shit.
But it's like it comes to the point where if you're flaunting enough and you're making enough, you got to be willing to go to World War III with somebody. If they going to run up on you and your crew, it's going to be a whole lot of shells flying out this motherfucker. That's the way you got to look at it now, these rappers, really, because it's like anything less than that. Did you see the gashes on this dude? He could have been dead, dude. He probably should have been dead. A couple inches over, they get his, you know, his main vein. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. He's lucky to be alive.
Indeed.
Yeah, but you know, you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast, the most underrated podcast right now out there, but we're going to keep on blazing through your speakers each and every week. Everybody listening on YouTube, I need y'all to go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. Now, Sam, you wanted to talk about the Terry Crews.
Yeah, let's talk about Terry Crews, man. So we all know Terry Crews about 6-7 months ago, right around that Me Too movement when that got hot. He came out and said that he too was a victim in the Me Too movement. Let me paint the picture for you, paraphrase it real quick. He's in an event with his wife, Hollywood event. Some dude comes up to him drunk, chilling, doing a Hollywood thing, grabs his nuts. Boop. Oh, he's appalled. He gets upset. And he wants to talk about it. Now, he took a lot of criticism for just that, his restraint, things like that. People saying you ain't a victim, you 6'5", 275 pounds, brick shithouse. Why you ain't lay homeboy out, blah, blah, blah. We all heard the story. Said he was a victim, played the Me Too movement, said, you know, we all know the story. Said, but black males in particular were people he was most disappointed in because of he was surprised about how they reacted. He thought that they would be a little more on his side. Took a lot of criticism for that. So he had a response to black men in particular. And this is what he said: I mistakenly drew attention to the worst examples and should have remained focused on the best of who we are. I understand the hurt and confusion, feeling shamed, and I should have never done that to you. We don't have to agree, but we still are brothers. Accountability is a value I hold closest in my heart, but this is hard work, and holding yourself accountable is the toughest work of all. I will continue to learn and grow, and as we are in a new age of media, a lot of these lessons will be learned publicly. Love and respect. Lastly, he said this: I'd like to apologize to the black men that were hurt by my comments regarding a lack of support regarding my sexual assault. Truth is, if it had not happened to me, I would have been suspicious and doubtful too.